The S2000 is the easiest car to wash. Literally 150 had the car washed for me. So yeah, it's good. Who drives an S2000 and has to pull the seat forward as far as it goes? Yeah, I'm just gonna go over home now, dry the car and make the rest of the video. Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So last week I was telling you guys that I bought an S2000 and I was telling you that I've wanted one for a long time and I finally got one. In the video I was showing you around the S2000. It was dark at the time when I got the car, yeah, and the weather's been quite bad, so I'm just going to do a little bit of a walk around with you guys and show you the car in the daylight, talk about what I'm going to do and sort of tell you what I like and don't like about the car. But yeah, I'm really enjoying having the car at the minute, so let's just have a little walk around. While it's not raining, the rain has been really heavy the past few days. My car's wet. I'm not going to try and dry it because I'm scared it'll rain before I get that done. You guys can have a better look around the S2000. So this is just the front end of the S2000. It is an AP1, as you will be able to tell from the bumper. It's got this Honda badge on it, which I'll show you up close. It is not great. It's obviously a fake Honda badge and it's cracked as well, and you can see the water's getting in, so that's going to be getting changed. It's awful. I'm going to try and get some maybe genuine ones somewhere. So then we've got the headlight washers, which don't really clean the headlights, they more or less clean the front window. I really hate that the headlight washers button is in the inside of the car, just like where your elbow is. I've hit it so many times when I'm driving along, but I'm sort of learning not to do that. So then we go on to the front bumper. There's obviously this dent sort of in here. That's quite bad, but I think if I put a lip on the car, that's going to cover it anyway. The other thing then is that the bumper hasn't been smoothed, and it's got the ugly little holes, which sometime in the future, and someone has, I've just seen this now, someone has screwed actually a hole for, I'm assuming, a number plate there. That needs fixed and smoothed. And then you've got the S2000 thing where someone has screwed right through the bumper. I don't know if do they come like that? I'm not even sure, but yeah, I'm not keen on that. I'll get that took off. So the bonnet's good. There's a few little scrapes in it, which I think the buffer will take out. So the front arches are all good. There seems to be nothing, no rust or anything there. The badges are all good. Doors all good. A little bit of rust on the arch, which I will get sorted as well. I'm going to speak to Maddie, who is my paint man, and see if he can get that fixed for me. So we've got just the standard wheels. They were refurbed by the guy who I bought the car off. I will change those at some stage. I'm not a fan of them on the S2000. It's not that I don't like them, it's just they're just not really me, so they'll be getting changed. The back quarter is sort of similar to the other side. So then again, someone has put this cheap little Honda badge on the back. I don't know why they've done that. I'm not feeling it at all. And then we've got the Jap Speed exhaust system. And then our little spoiler, which is on the back. And then obviously your antenna. So pretty much the first thing that I'm going to do is get the rust looked at. I'm going to also look for a set of wheels pretty soon as well. And then the next thing would be suspension. I don't know what to go for, so if any of you have any suggestions, please leave a little comment down below and let me know which suspension you would recommend. So after that, I'm not too sure. I'm in two minds about whether to stance out the S2000 or whether to sort of make it track spec. I'm really trying really hard to stay on the track spec sort of look, you know, just sort of lower it a little bit, on nice wheels and ready to drive around track pretty much. But as we all know, I'm really into the stunt sort of look, so I'm finding it kind of hard to choose what look to go for, which is making it hard to look for parts and stuff which I think I might like. I just love it. It might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I do love it the way it is. It's not going to look like that next year. By the time it comes to the spring, it's definitely not going to look like that, but it's going to be a little bit of a journey, and I hope you guys will come on the journey with me and watch how I modify my S2000. Obviously, I've never owned an S2000. I've never actually owned anything rear wheel drive. So yeah, any advice you guys have, definitely let me know, because I've never had a rear wheel drive before. A lot of people are telling me to be very careful because it will step out on me a lot. So I'm definitely going to be taking it a little bit easier until I just get adjusted to it. And I'm going to go sometime soon and find a car park and see if I can get to grips with, I don't want to say drifting because it's not going to be drifting, but even just sort of doing donuts, in case sometime when I'm driving something happens that I'm not just going to be sort of thrown at the deep end and not know what to do. So I'm definitely going to go some nights, maybe this week, and try that out and see how it goes. If I do, I will video it because that's going to be hilarious. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing stuff to the S2000. I maybe will take it to a few events. There's a few S2000 pages on Facebook who have been chatting with me and asking me if I'll bring my S2000 along to some of the meets here in Northern Ireland, which is kind of cool as well. So I'm definitely going to be interested in going to those and meeting some S2000 people. I'll move into the interior and tell you what I like and what I don't like about the interior and what I'll maybe do to change that. So obviously the first thing you notice when you get into the S2000 is that it is super tiny. I didn't think it would be that much of a problem for me because I'm 5'2", but it is really small. It's not very ladylike getting in and out of it, and it is tiny. But I like that it's tiny. I really do like that it's small, and you really feel like you are driving the car. It feels like sort of like you're in a go-kart. You're just completely stuck in. There's nothing fancy about the S2000. It's you and the wheel and you're driving, and that's what is so good about the S2000. You don't need a fancy interior. It is fancy, I suppose it's 19 years old, but when you're an S2000 you do not need gadgets. I know a lot of guys cut out a bit in the dash to put in double dins and screens and stuff. You don't need that in the S2000. You just have the steering wheel, your gears and your handbrake. Just that's all you need to have fun in this little car. No storage really in the S2000 apart from here, which you just open, and it's not that much. It literally fits a tin of Red Bull. These are the Honda badges, which I'm assuming someone had on the car as well. I don't know. I don't really understand why there's so many badges. And yeah, you've just got then this little bit that you can put like something in. I thought I could put my phone in it, but my phone's too big, so that's that wee bit. And then we've got this little bit here, which if you lift up, you've just got these little pockets as well. You really could go away and take a lot of stuff in it. The boot's not. We've got the S2000 seats. I have got the black S2000 seats. They are kind of nice. I like them. They are nice. But for me, I want something a bit more, I don't know, something more me, maybe some sort of bucket seats. I don't know, I will see. Then you have your door card and stuff. The door cards are nice, they're full leather, which is nice. Then you've got just this bit here for your media. Then you've got the silver S2000 bit here, and it's like brushed silver, metallic silver sort of. Then you have got everything just here. That's what I mean, like it's so simple, so sleek the whole way across. You get here, you control your heat with this little button here, just up and down. Here's obviously your cold or warm air. Then all your little settings, your aircon, I don't even know if this is aircon, I must try. Then obviously the circulation around the car, your vents, rev counter, audio control, I'm not really sure, I think that must turn it on and off. Your engine, push button, push start button, your volume, your mute. The steering wheel is nice, it's nice for a Honda steering wheel, don't mind it at all. Then you come across, we have our gear knob. Someone has put a Skunk 2 Racing gear knob on this S2000. Then you've got your little button here for your roof, which you push up or push down, obviously opens the roof. Then you've got that there. You've got your, again, your Red Bull tin holder. This thing here is going to be the death of me. It does my head in. Like when you're sitting, it's really hard to show you, but when you're sitting here and you're just driving along, you've got your hand on the gear knob, your elbow is inclined to hit it where you're sitting, and that's quite annoying. Okay, so you just start it up, you turn the key as far as it will go. Engine management light will come on because I have to take my O2 sensor out of my exhaust because there was something wrong with the exhaust and they had to fix it, and done that for the time being. So this is the rev counter in the dash. Nice. You have to push your engine start button. Yeah, that's it. Give it a little bit of rev. See, I have to move the seat forward, I'm too short. Yeah. My neighbours probably hate me right now. But yeah, pretty much. Sounds good. And that is really it for the interior. So guys, that brings me to the end of the walk around. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. It might help someone else who is looking to buy an S2000 to see just what they're going to buy before they make their mind up. I am in love with the S2000. I've always been in love with the S2000. I have so much to do, so little money to do it, but we'll get there someday. How can you not fall in love with that car sitting there? I have a few products which have been sent to me kindly by a few companies. I'm going to do some videos on those. I have a video coming up with my sister. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments if you are interested in seeing that sort of stuff. I will always let you guys know what I think of the product, and if I don't like it or if I don't like something about it, I will tell you guys. But yeah, thank you to the people who are sending me a few things to not review. I don't want to do reviews, that's not me. I am not smart enough. I don't have the vocabulary to describe stuff. I cannot do reviews, that is just not me. I just want to pick my camera up, have a little bit of fun, bring you guys with me, and yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next week.